know who's gonna come. But the minute I have, like, it's my pepperoni, I'm gonna wait to ya. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Okay, so now I have two people, and that's enough people for me to actually start talking and doing this live. Because I don't want to, drag it on. Anywho, so I just finished, oh, hey, girl, hey. I just finished a session with my client from New Zealand. And we were talking about her progress. Now, obviously, I'm going to be, I'm not going to go dig into her personal story or anything like that. But I love our sessions because it gives me so much to think about afterwards, even though the session is all about her. And we had realized that when we started her on the Slay the Mic program, okay, her original focus was to become a more confident speaker when it came to her business. She wanted to become more confident when it came to talking about her business. And it really just reminded me that I realize every time I talk about Slay the Mic and public speaking, that I'm not just talking about public speaking. So Slay the Mic is not just about being able to talk about your brand or talk about your business or sell something. It's first and foremost knowing how to have the power to use your voice and to talk about yourself, talk about your story, share your message, share your feelings, process, hey there, Tic Tac Tommy, process your emotions and to self-advocate. And we realized that that's what we have been working for this whole time. Yesterday, I was talking to M. Mills from How She Hustles, and she brought up a really cool point about, wanting to know more about my story, which I don't want to get into right now. But I feel that one of the strongest ways of using our voice is to tell our story. There's nothing that beats that. It's one thing to talk about your brand or your business or your success or whatever like that, but to be able to either walk in the room, meet someone, at a networking event, meet an old friend and be able to say, this is me, this is my story, this is my strengths, this is my weaknesses. That there's something that's so fulfilling about that when you're able to have that confidence to do that. And the fact that we've started our Slay the Mic session together and now she's transitioned on to Slay Your Brand, it is so incredibly rewarding for me to know and see how taking the program has benefited her in that sense, right? So my question for you is this. If you want to comment below, that's awesome. If you don't, you want to slide into the DMs, you could, do that too. Do whatever works best for you. But I want to know, are you more comfortable talking about your business or are you more comfortable talking about yourself? If you comment, then that's awesome because then I could feed off your answer and talk more about it. Or if you want to slide in my DMs and let me know, that works as well. But I want to know, are you more comfortable talking about your business or your success or what you do, your career, or are you more comfortable talking about yourself? I'm not comfortable with neither. Talking about my business. Oh, this is good info. Wow. I like this. Okay. For those of you who said you're not comfortable talking about either, can you probably more comfortable talking about my job in a networking event? Okay. Talking about myself is scary, insecure. Okay. So one, I'm loving this honesty. I love this honesty and to talking more about what our organization does. Okay. So I'll be first of all, I love these answers. Thank you for being straight up and honest and sharing with like 7 other people you don't even know about why you're not comfortable talking about one over the other. I will be honest and tell you that because I do a lot of speaking at events, whether it's I'm hosting it or I'm the keynote or whatever it may be, I feel I have lost, it's my cat. I feel that I've lost the ability to talk to people and introduce myself because that is done for me when I go to an event, whether my face is up on the, on the screen, or it's in the agenda, or whatever it may be. The introduction has already been done for me. My bio is there. Therefore, I feel like I don't need to like introduce myself to anybody or talk. So I feel that when I'm not at an event, if I'm not hosting, if I'm not a keynote speaker, I feel that I've kind of lost that ability to know how to just talk casually about myself. I feel a little nervous, believe it or not. I feel a little bit nervous. And I've learned, or not learned, that's the wrong word. I've realized this in the past month, and I was like, why do I feel so uncomfortable talking about myself? And I realized that it's easier for me to talk about why I love what I do versus what I do. Does that make sense? So for those of you who don't like talking about yourself, is that in like networking events, or is that like if we were, at a barbecue and you had to introduce yourself to me, like would you feel okay talking about yourself? Oh, makes sense. Okay, good. You only know it makes sense because we talked about this at the event last week. But yes, I've noticed this upon self-reflection. But yeah, I realized that a lot of us are really comfortable talking about one over the other, and I always wonder why we can't do both interchangeably. So going back to talking about my client and her taking the Slay the Mic program, we realized that this whole time we thought we were priming her to be able to talk about her business and to go out there and deliver powerful, workshops on marketing, when in fact, one of the things that she struggled with was talking about herself. And for the first time in our session today, we really got to talk about her, which was so amazing and was so fulfilling. And it's because she finally got into that zone of, I could talk not only about my brand and my business, but I could talk about myself. I have no problem talking about what I'm passionate about. Yes, because it's vulnerability to disclose who you are. But then when I think about vulnerability, I always think about something really personal. I always think that when you're being vulnerable, you're sharing, some really like personal things about yourself, versus that if we were like at a casual event and I was like, hey, my name is Jam, I'm a crazy cat mom, I started my business 5 years ago and blah 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 blah. Like, I don't see that as me being vulnerable. And I think that's how you feel. It's like, okay, talking about yourself is personal. It is. You're absolutely right. Talking about yourself is personal. And I think it's an energy thing, right? I think it is an energy thing that you can meet someone and you just know right off the bat. Like Pepper, I think when we first met at a networking event, I feel like we just kind of hit it off like we've known each other from time. And I think it was an energy thing. I think your energy just felt really safe and really open. And I felt that I could just talk to you about whatever we talked about the first time we met, because your energy was welcoming that. So I feel that when we do talk about whether it's our business, our brand versus ourselves, it all depended on who we're talking to. So that brings me to another good point, or not a good point, but just a thought that maybe how we talk, hey Gina, maybe how we talk and how freely we talk about ourselves is based on the person we're talking to. So I feel like there's been events that I've hosted, and the audience has been hard. And I feel like when the audience is hard, I'm like trying everything to, either be super, super funny or whatever it may be. And then I feel like, oh God, I can't be my true Jam self because this audience is really, really hard to talk to. Versus in my last Slay the Mic workshop, the people that came to that workshop were like the ideal dream attendees. They were chatty, they were supportive, they were really engaging, and then that made me feel comfortable enough to be like, this is this, and this is me, and this is me being vulnerable, and this is me reflecting, and it came out like a waterfall because my attendees gave off that energy that we want to hear you. So for those of you who are hard on yourself about talking out loud, and I know that feeling, I get that in the classroom too, rigid audience. Ooh, rigid audiences are hard. Like I could write a book about rigid audiences. Like, ew. But those of you who are, my cat is being too much. Can I just deal with my cat? 1 second. Can you not? Can you not? Rude. Anyways, as I was saying, for those of you who are hard on yourself and feel that you feel uncomfortable, or you feel shy, or you feel insecure. You know how I love to sing Milli Vanilli, blame it on the rain, gotta blame it on something? You saw Yeti, didn't you? Okay. Sometimes you gotta take that responsibility and share it with who you're talking to. So part of being in a two-way conversation is being a good listener. So if the person you're talking to is not demonstrating that ability, if they're not showing you that they're interested, if they're not showing you that they care, if they're not being receptive, therefore you're going to kind of close yourself off a little bit. So the next time you are in a position of talking to a group, talking one-on-one to someone, being at a networking event, before you say, ooh, it's me, I'm too shy, I'm too insecure, I'm too, I don't want to let myself, go. You got to look at the person you're talking to and ask yourself, is this someone who A, deserves to hear my story, my full story, B, deserves to know anything more about me, and C, is this someone who really is taking this conversation and wants to learn from me and wants to engage in me? And chances are, if that person is negative on A, B, and C, you're gonna close yourself off. Because as chatty Cathy as I am, I've met some people who are wiggity whack, and I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I've gone to networking events and I've just sat in the corner, like, because people's energy is just not free flowing and it feels whack. I don't want anything to do with it. Don't unzip your mouth, pepperoni. So what I'm going to, just finalize with all of you is, 1, we all have a voice. 2, you don't need permission to use it. 3, chances are when you do decide to use your voice, you're not leaving. Stop it. Oh, leaving a networking event? Okay. 3, if you are shy, just know that you possess something that could possibly teach somebody or influence them or encourage them or give them a word of advice. I don't know if you saw my live, I think it was last week, after my day at Trillium Health Hospital. And when I spent the day there and I met complete strangers who, we all have a voice and you don't need permission to use it. Yes, that's actually in one of your Slay the Mic affirmations, people, just saying. I met people who I have no history with, and I was able to connect with them because I felt that vibe, I felt that energy, and although I didn't know them, although they didn't know me, I opened my mouth and I said something that made them feel good. So before you're too shy to use your voice, know that your words carry meaning and your words carry power, and your words have the ability to influence, encourage, motivate, inspire, educate, all that, to a complete stranger. Please do not feel that other people are the determining factor on whether or not you should use your voice and you should open your mouth. Please don't. Like, that's so like 1995. So what I want to leave you with, give me a second here, is, and I love that you guys are like all vibes people. Gina is definitely a vibes person. I know Pepperoni is a vibes person. Being a vibes person is so key. I want to leave you because I have the habit of, I could do a live for like 45 minutes, and I don't want to do that tonight because I want to go spend some time with my cat. But I do want to give you 2 really important Slay the Mic affirmations that kind of relates to what we're talking to. You're all vibes people. Of course you're all vibes people. I know all of you to some extent, and I could definitely say you're all vibes people. Okay, so hold on. I got one. There's another one that I just want to share with you. Oh, yes, this one. I feel like there might be three. Oh, okay, there's three. There's three. Okay, I got three. So for those of you who do not know, I have my beautiful set of Slay the Mic affirmations. And I'm really proud of these affirmations because one, they're not Pinterest affirmations. They're like affirmations that came from my beautiful brain and through experiences of slaying the mic and just going back to some of the key points that I had made during this live here about not needing permission from other people. And for those of you who feel shy and don't want to share a piece of yourself and you don't feel comfortable talking, let me just remind you, there is so much within you. And I guarantee you that even if you opened your mouth to a complete stranger and you let out just 5% of who you are, that person would walk away going, huh, maybe I could do that. Or, that person got me thinking. Or, oh, that person was really intelligent and I really enjoy talking to them. So my first Slay the Mic affirmation I want to leave you with is my voice is full of meaning and potential. Okay? My voice is full of meaning and potential. You'd be surprised the amount of people who do not think that their voice has any weight to it. They feel that they just talk just for talking's sake and that there's nothing, their words doesn't have anything within it, that it doesn't have the ability to heal, it doesn't have the ability to encourage, to motivate, to inspire. My voice is full of meaning and potential. Okay? Next one. My voice is not meant to be mediocre. Ain't nobody got time for a basic voice. Okay? What I mean by that is elevate. Step your voice game up. Speak with purpose. Speak with meaning. Speak with intention when it comes to other people and when it comes to yourself, okay? Do not be mediocre with your voice. Do not walk into a room and have your volume on low, just because you want to share, but you don't want to share too loud because you don't want everybody hearing it, and then people might think or feel ways about you. Speak with intention and put that volume up. Be heard. Make sure you are heard. And most importantly, not by the room, but by yourself. You want your body to go, ooh, I said that. Speak with intention. Your voice is not meant to be mediocre. And last but not least, out of my 60 Slay the Mic affirmations, people can learn from what I have to say. Say it with me, people. People can learn from what I have to say. Yes, I'm glad. Yes. Okay. So when I was in the hospital last week, I met two people. And the first one was a woman who was 68 and she was in the cancer unit. So I went up to her and I really wanted to say, Mom, black don't crack, right? And I was like, no, I'm not going to take that approach. So I went up to her and I said, Mom, hello, good morning. Would you like some coffee or a donut? And she's like, no. I go, well, Mom, I just got to let you know you're looking good. You're looking real good. How old are you, 50? She goes, stop. I'm not 50. I'm 68. I go, you are a liar. I need to check your ID. And this woman legit took out her ID and she showed me her ID. And sure enough, she was 68. My voice is full of meaning and potential. This was a woman who was a complete stranger. And I went and all I said was, you don't look your age. Can I see your ID? And that lifted her spirit. I didn't know I was going to meet her. I didn't have this prepared in my, make a elderly woman feel good deck. I just saw her and I decided to use it for some, use my words for some good. And I was able to chit chat with her for a little bit. And then I think we talked for like 5 minutes. And then I was crouching down because she was in a wheelchair. And then I told her, have a good day. And I walked away and she goes, my child, can I hug you? And I was like, absolutely. My voice is full of meaning and potential. Like I was able to lift this complete stranger's spirits up and I got a hug and our energies were crossed over and were completely in sync with one another and I felt good. And then I went into, again, my cat is being really extra. Yeti, you need to stop. And then I went into the day treatment unit, and I wanted to offer the people in the day surgery, the day surgery unit. I went to offer them a donut, and they're like, "We can't eat because we're going into surgery." And I was like, "Oh shoot, my bad. We'll smell the donuts." And I started like fanning, and I'm like, "Do you smell it? Is it feeding your belly? Is it feeding your belly?" And they're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, it's totally filling our belly." And I go, "Okay, although I can't give you donuts to make you feel good, I can make you laugh." So I said like one or two extremely corny jokes, and they laughed, and they said, "Thanks for lifting our spirits. My voice is full of meaning and potential." That potential could be anything. Again, that potential could be to inspire, to educate, to motivate. I was there to make those people laugh before they went into their surgery. And I told them, "I'm wishing you well. I'm sending you blessings, and I hope you have a speedy recovery." Complete strangers. Okay? I wasn't going to let my insecurity or my nerves of people who are sick and feel like, "Oh, because these people are sick, I don't want to say much to them because they're sick, and oh, I gotta teeter-totter on this thing." No, I know that I may not have this chance again, and maybe these people need this motivation right now, and I'm going to give it to them. I'm going to be free flowing with my words, because my words cost a something in certain spaces, but in other environments, my words are valuable and does not have a dollar amount placed on them. It has what's placed on them is the power that they possess and how they could influence and encourage people. And I am so grateful that I have that ability to give that to others. So please, please, I really encourage you, when you wake up tomorrow, wake up and set the intention that I'm going to use my words to influence. I'm going to use my words for good today. I'm going to use my words to motivate, to encourage, to inspire, to build a connection, to heal, to uplift. The same way you walk with purpose, speak with purpose, speak with intention, because you will be surprised the connections you can make, the lessons you can learn, and the difference you can make when you just open your mouth and let out whatever's in your spirit and give it to this other person. So I hope these three say the mic affirmations spoke to you. I will read them again just so you can remember them. My voice is full of meaning and potential. Okay, if you want to write that one down. My voice is not meant to be mediocre. Ain't nobody got time for basic words and basic, influential messages. Put some meat into it. And people can learn from what I have to say. I would love to read all of these right now, but I can't. Ain't nobody got time for that. Let me see. Should I give you one more? Do you want one more affirmation? I could give you one more. If you want one more, let me know. I'm trying to find one that's appropriate. Good night. Good night. Good night to your beautiful girls too. I love seeing all their videos. Those are future mic slayers right there. Okay. I got two. Hold on. I got one. I got one good one, but I know there's... Oh, yes. Okay, hold on. One more. I have faith in myself. Okay, here we go. One for the road. Okay. This one. I could paint a picture with my words. Okay? I could paint a picture with my words. We are living in some dark-ass times. Okay? We have coworkers who are coming to work stressed. We have students who are coming to school stressed. And we ourselves may be, in fact, stressed. So when I say I could paint a picture with my words, when you use your words for good, that person is able to visualize hope. Okay? If you're using your words to motivate or to encourage, to inspire, whatever it may be, that person is able to visualize that, okay, I may be in this situation, but it has the ability to change and it could get better, and this is what it could look like. okay? I could paint a picture with my words. We all need a picture. This whole life has been a picture. You know, maybe you can now look within and go, oh, this is something I could start doing. This is something I could see myself doing. And ultimately that's a visualization for you. So use your words to not only to push people, but to give them that visual hope of what could happen to them, you know, after the advice that you shared with them. So I hope you really enjoyed those affirmations. I hope you enjoyed this really random live. I love doing lives. I only do it when my spirit feels like really, you know, driven to do it. And whoever comes and listens to it, I always feel that, you know, I don't really pay attention to how many people are viewing per se. But I always feel that whoever joins, that the message was intended for you. So I hope that this message that I shared with you tonight was one that lifted your spirits, that gave you a little dose of encouragement, that affirmed maybe some thoughts or feelings that you were, you know, feeling at the time, and you just needed that validation that you need to go for it. And if you liked these affirmations and you want me to share them with you, just slide into the DMs and I'll let you know more about them. But other than that, I am going to go and cuddle with my cat. Maybe say hi to my husband, but mostly cuddle with my cat. And just remember, with everything that is going on right now on the media, take a pause, listen to my spirits, and affirm some thoughts I was having today. Yes. That's my yes dance, okay? But take care of yourselves, everybody. Really take care of yourselves. We are going through a lot as a world, and it's very easy to lose hope and be like, okay, the world's getting darker, when in fact we can be the light, we can be the flashlight that shines the way, even if it's just a few steps ahead of us. So use your words for good. Brighten someone's mood tomorrow. And thank you for sharing your time and energy with me. So, good night.